Launch I do buckaroos. How the heck are you? Give me just 1 second. Trying to get started on time, but I forgot one thing. Anyways, I digress. Let me get things set up here real quick. I want to do I was originally going to do something else for the video. That's why I was originally set up as something else. But then I had an idea as I started putting things together. I said, oh, wait a minute. I got an idea, man. I think this is going to work. So anyways, I digress. So I wanted to do a Tiaki Da trifecta. I've got three Tiaki Da products, none of them being whiskey. Unfortunately, I can't believe I don't have a whiskey product, which is rather unusual because that's usually all I have. But at this particular moment in time, I don't. But I've got 3 other products from them. Get that fixed real quick, and we're back in business. All right. So what I have here is I have their Songbird Gin, which I've done a dirty martini with, and we'll be back with that in a minute. And I have their agave spirit, known as tequila de some, and I also have their white rum. So what I did with the white rum was I had some strawberry vanilla syrup, and I added some citric acid to do sort of a daiquiri kind of thing. But I'm doing more of a daiquiri shot than actually making a daiquiri. So I'm using the citric acid to bring me. I didn't have a lime handy, so I use that citric acid to mimic those notes you get in a daiquiri and sláinte. I was guessing on kind of the amount, and the truth is, now that I tasted that, I probably could have used just a little bit more citric acid. And so I used fresh strawberries and real vanilla, which can be, so look at that color. That color isn't from adding anything. This color is from actually using strawberries. You use actual fruit, you're going to get a color. Oh, that's delicious. All right, right back. So again, doing about the same thing. Again, this is the same syrup, the same citric acid, but I'm trying to mimic. Basically, using my Tiaki Da glass here to chill it. A margarita shot, strawberry margarita shot, and sláinte. Oh, that's nice. I really loved how I did that strawberry vanilla syrup. Again, if I would have had fresh limes, I would use them. I didn't have them handy, but I do have some citric acid on hand, which is what I use. And it let me kind of mimic that. But the truth is, limes would have made it just a little bit better. Anyways, I digress. I'm a purist, man. I want to use actual ingredients. So for the trifecta, I've got the trifecta is I've got the Songbird Goldfinch Gin at 94 proof, which I have a martini with. So I'll be right back with that. All right. Now I'll be honest with you. I'm more of a vodka martini guy, but this Sauternes barrel aged gin is just insanely good. and I'm down to this much as we speak. So I do a martini here, using my Tiaki Da trifecta. Oh man, oh, it's good. It's taken me a long time to warm up to gin, in all honesty. And what has done it for me is barrel aged gin. It started with a Tomstown barrel gin, and since then I've had others. And then I've tried others that aren't barrel. I have enjoyed a few, well, a couple, let's say, Navy strength gin, starting with the still 630s, 360. But anyway, still 630 barrel shit. But this one is just damn fine. You do feel those botanicals, right? Those juniper-like notes, but you're also going to feel some citrus, a lot of a lemon zest, for instance. Oh man, it's just put together extremely well. Ah, biscuits. Yeah, I want to do one more, man. We're again working through products that I have. I had the agave spirit, the rum, and the gin. I'm working through this gin, and and I've tried gin in other capacities, but the truth is, I do like it best as a martini. If I'm going to drink gin, I don't really want it watered down per se. Gin and tonic doesn't work for me. Other cocktails don't work for me. I do like a martini though, and in the past, I've always preferred a vodka martini. But if you've got the right gin, man, oh my lord, this soft turn finished gin is just insanely good. You feel a little bit of those wine barrel notes as it finishes. Again, you're going to feel those botanicals, right? You're going to hit that juniper, but the citrus notes of that lemon zest and the other herbal notes that balance it all out. And then this gin is just insanely good. Oh, mercy. Mercy, Percy, that's delicious. I don't care who you are. That's a good drink right there. Yeah, yeah. There's something special about a martini to me. It took me a while to warm up to it, being growing up a whiskey drinker. But there's something every once in a while. Just a martini just hits the spot, right? So when you got a hot day or just after work, it's a great first cocktail of the evening. And again, I am primarily a vodka martini guy, but if you got the right gin, it does make the perfect martini. And I do like them dirty, baby. Add that olive juice. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared, man. Put that olive juice in there. And don't be scared, baby. Don't be scared. I enjoy making cocktails. I do because I put a lot into them. I put a lot into my simple syrups, my recipes, and everything I do. But then I have to come to grips with the fact that uh, my cohorts may not enjoy making them as much as I do. Because it is a little extra work. I understand that. Yeah, well, they have to put everything together to look for the ingredients to add the right amount to it. So for me, it's almost instinctive, right? Because I've been doing this since the beginning of time, right? I'm an old guy. I've been doing this a while, but it's not even that. I've only been a professional bartender for a very short time, but I've been around alcohol since the day I was born. Right? So for me, a lot of things are just instinctive. I just do things. I mean, I was making cocktails for friends and family at a very young at a young enough age where if it was done today, my parents would have been turned into families. Anyway, yeah, we'd have been in a lot of trouble back in the day, but it was a different time in the 70s. It was the 70s. It was a different time. It was free range parenting before it had a name. I just, and I didn't realize what I was doing for the most part. I just had a knack. I had a knack. But I will tell you, I enjoy being a bartender more than I have enjoyed any profession in my life. The things that I've done, I mean, I thought I enjoyed being a retail manager because it's what I aspired to be. That's what I did for a very long time, and I did it for many years after I hated doing it because I was relatively good at it. I understood what I was doing; it made sense, even though it was just sucking the life out of me. I hated doing it, but I love doing this. I love being a bartender. I love serving great beer. I love making quality craft cocktails. I love all of it. And it took me to my third act to figure that. Sometimes it takes some of us a while to get to where we're meant to be. Anyway, anyways, hey, for some of us, it isn't all about just making a lot of money. Some of us, it's about just being happy. I know, right? uh, which makes me not a great capitalist per se, but I don't know. The truth is, I don't think capitalism on its face is a bad thing, but I think we've become a bad thing because of capitalism. I think we've let it become bad. We've exalted being rich above being a decent human being, and that's the problem. Capitalism itself isn't evil, but what people do with capitalism is evil. The fact that we have billionaires and homeless is exactly why a libertarian society wouldn't work. Because in a libertarian society, these billionaires would be helping these homeless, and everybody would be living fine. Roads don't get fixed under a libertarian, so there's nothing that makes sense under a libertarian society. There is nothing. And there's not one libertarian out there that can tell you how everything will be solved. But there's not one capitalist can tell you either. The fact that we have billionaires and people starving to death is the reason why none of this works. Everything works in theory, right? The idea of capitalism is nice, but you're counting on people to do the right thing. And the people that end up with the money, the people that are self made, whatever they are, aren't people that are going to share what they have. The people that have the ability to be that will never become that if they want to share what they have. So, anyways, and here we are. This is the society we live in. That's why the most decent of the human beings are always going to be the working class. They're never going to get rich. They're never going to be millionaires or billionaires because they understand what it is to be where they are. So they're going to help those that are less fortunate. Those millionaires and billionaires will never help those less fortunate because they know that will never help them. They want to stay millionaires and billionaires, so they're not going to help people less fortunate. It doesn't behoove them unless they can get a tax credit. Anyway, I digress. Hey, man, some of us are just going to be who we are. I've never had any intention of being anything other than who I am, much to the chagrin of some of my family members who have no morals whatsoever, morals or integrity. Anyways, here's to you, Terry. I am the what am I going to say, Spirit Whisperer. We're going to skip to the end and say all about good guys luncheon.